Labanauskas first to 3 sets. Watching on for us, Paul Nicholson, alongside John Rawling.
Thank you very much, Matt. And plenty of support here in a packed Lakeside for the 30-year-old barbarian, Conan Whitehead. There's Darius Labanauskas. Doesn't have the look of a hellraiser, and he goes about things in a journeyman sort of way. Doesn't miss too many tournaments. Keeps very, very busy. 4-1 on favourite to win this one. And I think Whitehead might have a better chance of winning this match than the bookies are suggesting. Ranked 21. There's Darius Labanauskas, 40 years old, from Kaunas. Lucky D is his nickname. 14 ranking titles he's taken. And it's his third visit here. There's Conan Whitehead from Raynham, down Kent way. And he's making his debut. He's a brickie by trade. Married with 2 kids, Conan. Darius Labanauskas, one of the busiest professionals in the sport. Labanauskas has the darts.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First set, first leg. It's Darius to throw first. Game on.
They're not exactly giving anything away at 4-1 on.
Not really.
60.
Tell you what, Labanauskas really has done the miles this year. I wouldn't mind having his frequent flyer account.
Or his sponsor.
Absolutely right.
100.
Fair play to him though. He's obviously seen an opportunity to travel around Europe, especially Eastern Europe, where he's from. And he's just made the most of it.
120.
He's had some success as well. 14 ranking titles he's got in all. First round he went out in 2015, beaten by Robbie Green, and in that match he got a 167 checkout and still wound up losing.
That kind of thing happens a bit more often these days. Look at Dave Cameron today.
Yeah, absolutely.
164 out.
100.
What a game from Danny Noppert.
Yeah, I've not seen a great deal of Danny before.
81.
And I was impressed with what I saw this afternoon. Second favourite overall, behind Glen Durrant, to win this title. Went out in the preliminaries last year, Darius, to Seigo Asada, the Japanese player.
59. Darius, you require 156.
Well, it can be done. Tad unlikely.
Very unlikely now. Possible, in fact.
Conan got to the final of the English Open last year, lost 6-3 there to Glen Durrant.
58.
He's got an affectionate nickname, that tournament, the Glen Durrant Open.
Double 18. Double 9 for 1-0 with the throw. Now,
78.
Are we going to see a Shanghai?
120.
He might just do that. He's got to adjust because the flight is obscuring. He's obstructing the big 20, but I tell you what, he's doing everything right here.
100.
Just pulled the last one, unfortunately. Labanauskas comes back for double 9.
Double 9 then. Not a bad marker. This time, use those 2. He's missed it.
No score.
3 right on the wire.
You require 20.
Gifts an opportunity to Conan the Barbarian.
Double 5.
15.
Well, well.
Darius, you require 18.
Really nervy start. 21 darts thrown already by these 2. And counting.
Game
In we
shot
go.
in the first leg. Darius Labanauskas.
And often
Second
not
leg,
exactly
Conan
running, but he's away.
first.
At least he's in front. I suppose if you're going to miss a few darts at double, you'd rather do it at the beginning of a match as opposed to the end. What I will say about Labanauskas' flights is they're very mystical. When you look at them, well, through the flights, very iridescent.
100.
Look at that lovely upright angle of the Whitehead dart.
59.
We can see why. That little flick up, and it dives at the end, but it's got a lot of force behind it. On the other hand, Labanauskas is exactly the opposite. He doesn't like them upright, he likes them flat.
41.
Here we go. Very back heavy. Flights that Labanauskas is using are a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier, hence why his flight is dragging the dart down a bit.
If you're wondering about those colours, take a look at the left-hand side of the score there, and the flag. There's a maximum for Whitehead. It's the first of the match. Yellow, green and red, colours of the flag. And you'll see it there. There goes red. Not quite sure what that was. Green. There's yellow.
Conan, you require 121.
I tell you what, the stems were... It was creating some sort of a tertiary effect because it was two iridescent colours together.
47. Darius, you require 126.
126 for Darius Labanauskas. He'll stay down, looking for a treble 19 for bullseye now. And he's taken it out. 126. Thank you very much.
Third leg is Darius to throw
quality, eh?
I like it a lot because there was a signal from his hand when he hit that bullseye. I have to say that was A-OK.
Good dart. Doesn't hang about, Conan, does he?
81.
His barbarian activity.
No, he's not the kind of guy you want to argue with. Conan's a very, very nice lad. I've known him a couple of years.
Just as well, he's a big lad, isn't he? You want people that size to be nice.
125.
He's got another big lad in the crowd who's supporting him. Another great dart player by the name of Michael Barnard. He's travelled here from the southeast to come and support Conan. Really good to have friends in your corner when you're making your debut.
Well, Labanauskas was delighted with that checkout. Well, he might be 126. Yeah, I know it.
That was telling us we've got 3 seconds to go.
92.
Okay, it was. 2-0 up in the first set is not a bad position to be in.
And he's closing in on a finish. He's on one now.
100.
116 will do nicely. Oh dear.
44.
Loose last start, so this is for the sets. 116. It's 21 he's got there, so treble 19 would leave double 19. Oh dear.
He likes treble 7. That's 42 points. He leaves 74. There's another treble that he didn't want, but it's not the end of the world. Leaves a nice number, and he will come back for it.
Yeah, me having said that 4-1 on looked like a rather strange sort of odds to be being quoted. He looks as though he's about to take this opening set fairly comfortably. Double 16 for 3-0.
And the first set, Darius Labanauskas.
3-0 first set, and I'm impressed. A couple of shaky darts at the very start in the first leg, but I tell you what, since then he really has been quite lethal on his doubles.
140.
Not hitting big numbers, but he's getting his doubles when it counts. And that 126 checkout is the best of the match so far.
When you come from a country like Lithuania, I suppose you've got to be ice cool. Definitely showed that in the last couple of legs. You'll probably feel very at home over the next few days when the weather turns.
134.
Lovely part of the world up there, Lithuania, Latvia. Beautiful places.
lot of tournaments over there as well now.
121.
Countries like Estonia, Lithuania, Latvia. Big darts following. He's not the only dart player from that area. We've had Madas Razma in the past.
Not here this time.
Yeah, it's surprising. Great player.
'82. Conan, you require 136.
Needed 136, can't be done now, so Labanauskas will come back.
60. Darius, you require 164.
Another one of those would leave the bull.
92. Conan, you require 76.
Treble 20, double 8. 16 for tops.
36.
Raise the wire.
Darius, you require 72.
Chance to have his opening break here.
He's had a few shots at doubles lately, and they've been very, very good. Didn't like that one. But
48.
I was going to say, but the next one looks
Conan,
good.
you require 40.
It wasn't quite good enough, so Whitehead comes back for tops.
Double 10.
Game shot.
And he's into the
first
match.
leg.
A wee bit belatedly, but he holds his throw.
Second leg, it's Darius to throw first. Game on.
There's only been one time this week I've seen the audience more partisan than this, and that's when Dean Reynolds was playing against Pip Blackwell.
Didn't do Dean any good, I don't think, did it? He got a bit caught up with the emotion, and his game wasn't what he can produce. He's kind of underachieved again, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Good player, we know that.
Still learning, and that's exactly what he said in his interview afterwards.
Did he?
Yeah. It's a very good admission, I think. Sometimes you can just get swept away with your own success, but Dean knows that he's still learning.
91.
And get caught up with the emotion of the crowd. You know, he had that big, passionate following, and it's not quite to the same extent with Conan, but he's got a lot of fans out there.
91.
Now we've got a really good view of the stems that
81.
fit the Lithuanian flag. I wonder what the black and white is of Conan the Barbarian. He's got black darts, black stems, black and white flights. That might be something to do with he wants the illusion of not being able to see it in the board, because if you look at the 20 segment, it's black. If you put his darts in the board, it makes everything look bigger.
95. '58. Darius, you require 134.
134, he was looking for 2 treble 19s and double 10.
58. Conan, you require
So
152
152.
for the break of throw. Good darts, double 16.
136. Darius, you require 76.
Conan's wife, Sherilee, watching on nervously. Double 8 for Labanauskas.
Game shot.
And game shot.
Darius Labanauskas.
It's now
Third
one
leg,
apiece,
Conan
holds his throw.
throwing first. $125.
He's looking a more comfortable Barbarian now.
Slightly more comfortable. It's Labanauskas that really is into this match, I think, with the rhythm. He looks more
97.
comfortable on this stage than I've ever seen him, and that's got to be something to do with confidence, winning titles this year.
123.
Got the youth final coming up this week. There's the Dutchman, Justin van der Gouw, who's in the
85.
audience. There he is. Made does look a young lad, doesn't he?
Allow me to tell you, John, that kid can really throw a dart. I've been watching him for a good year and a half now. He is seriously good. Can't wait for his future.
Another star in the making.
Well, they've come out and said he's the new Van Gerwen.
57.
Cool dear. Talk about hanging expectation around a lad's neck.
I'll tell you what, look at his profile online. It's full of titles already. He's only a kid.
80.
Justin van ter Houw. Bounce out there. Off the dart.
It was almost too good, that dart. It just smacked against the stem of the other dart. On the floor it goes.
133. Conan, you require 128.
So 128 for 2-1. Treble 20 would leave the bullseye.
63. Darius, you require 129.
Darius requires this 129, something that Wolfie did the other day really well. 60. Would have left the bullseye, so Whitehead comes back for 65.
99. Conan, you require 65.
There goes the 25 route, so tops. Oh, well done.
Shot on the third
He is looking more himself. Shirley getting very, very animated. Mrs. Whitehead.
Game on.
Mrs. Conan. Nothing wrong with that slash of the sword. Wow, really good clinical finish. It's the kind of thing that Whitehead needs to really stamp his authority on this match.
The Conan Whitehead fans are starting to get into voice. There they are. The handy lads in town.
He's a bricklayer by trade. He's building
55.
towards a set win here. He's already nicked the darts, John.
Yep.
58.
Quite getting the switch that he'd hoped for there. But with the advantage, a very English voice bellowing, "Come on, Darius." I think he might have had a wager.
97.
Just about to say that. Dart fans can be fickle though. Wherever Raymond van Barneveld goes, he's got support. Famously, Kevin Painter said,
92.
playing in England against Van Barneveld, and why are they cheering for him? Dart players know the truth, and darts fans are fickle.
Good player, Barney, that's why.
Yeah, he's all right, isn't he?
59.
Must be the best ever losing performance that we saw in the PDC World Championships.
Unquestionably.
100.
He's on a finish again, Whitehead. First to it, break of throw would give him the set. Darius has other ideas, that's a nice visit. Now, 126.
126.
It's a good number. It's shielded now. Had to go to the left. Tried to use the oki, but couldn't do so.
86.
Good. So, by virtue of that
Darius
133 from
Ruffalo,
Labanauskas, he's got a shot to get back in this set.
Treble 20 leaves double 10. He's just the wrong side of the wire. Well,
60.
Whitehead, this is for the set. Tops.
Conan, you require 40.
It's not a bad marker. In it
Shot on the
goes!
second set.
Come on, Conan!
Whitehead.
He's taken it, and he's taken the set. And the family support is loud as he moves away from the stage. And the big lad is right back in it. It's Darius Labanauskas, 1 set. Conan Whitehead, 1 set. All to play for.
Although he had chances, James, to make it closer than the 3-1 scoreline, Anastasia came from behind to beat Rhian Griffiths 2 sets to 1. When these two are done, we'll have the defending champ Scott Waits up against Dennis Harbour, who's sitting quietly down below us, as if not a care in the world. Got a big match later, but you prepare how you prepare. As the players come back out, Chris Mason, this fantastic support for Conan Whitehead down in front of us, it's a double-edged sword, I guess.
Yeah, I think in the first set they went, Darius silenced them almost. And I think sometimes, although you get caught up in their own emotion, their enthusiasm, you also can sense when they're being silenced, I think. So it's, double-edged sword. But this was pretty much how we predicted it to go. It was going to be a nip and tuck affair. And, I think Conan was a valuable outsider. I was quoted at something like 11-5 just to win the match. Well,
he's up and running with that second set as they resume. Let's get back to Paul and John.
Yeah, it certainly looks like a pick and match now, doesn't it? If you'd had a sizable whack on Labanauskas at short odds, you'd be worrying a little bit, although that would make you feel a bit better. His first maximum of the match.
Not a bad return from the break, is it?
Sometimes works for you, sometimes again you. That's 4 in.
131.
Nice cover shot.
Labanauskas he's got a very, very proud record in his home country.
100.
3 times the winner of his own national championships, 4 times the winner of the Lithuanian Open. I guess that puts him as probably the best player in Lithuania.
Including last year, wasn't it?
60.
I think.
This year he was Lithuanian Open champion in 2016. And the year before, so defended the title.
That's brilliant.
Darius, you require
They both come back shooting big numbers. Big shout for come on Darius again. 5-5. In he goes, a 130 checkout.
Darius Labanauskas. Second leg, it's Conan throwing first.
It's a handy last dart.
Best leg of the match so far. Utilised 5-5 because Conan Whitehead was on a finish, so didn't gamble that Whitehead wouldn't hit that big shot.
55.
We're talking in the break, John, and I believe
44.
that Labanauskas' best victory as far as a BDO ranking event is concerned was at the Halle Open. That's an event that actually attracts a really good field.
55.
One of the Dutch events, yeah.
Indeed. Held in one of the biggest arenas I've ever seen. If you can play darts in there, you can play pretty much anywhere.
40.
Obviously, all due respect to Darius, but he's done a lot of miles. He's picked up titles in places like Lithuania, Poland. I think when you win in
96.
Holland, it's just got a great ring to it, especially in modern darts. The strength of the tournaments there is just players from everywhere
60.
going there. Whitehead, on the other hand, hasn't picked up a ranking title yet.
Labanauskas hitting treble 20 once more.
145.
Outstanding.
He's definitely gone up a gear since losing that second set. I wonder what he said to himself when he went backstage. It's definitely worked.
150.
Well, the break of throw very much on now. He's got 6 from here, 150. Treble 19 again, it'd leave double 18 for 150. Oh, superb checkout! 150. Darius Labanauskas to add to the 130 he's already achieved.
Third leg, it's Darius to throw first.
Brilliant darts.
Game on.
Take a bow, sir. That's definitely my route of going for 150. A lot of people go for treble 20, treble 18, double 18. I'll tell you what, he likes to get the darts very
60.
close together. 2 treble 19s, double 18, add up to 150 points.
98. 136. 100.
At the stage of the match where Conan Whitehead's really got to turn up the heat. Because Labanauskas is in a comfort zone right now that Conan needs to break.
Came back from that break like a different man, didn't he? Absolutely charged up after the perhaps shock of losing that last set.
Like you said, John, in the first set,
59.
he made the Conan Whitehead section very quiet, and we're sitting above them right now, and they're not saying much.
Yeah, they were leaping around and shaking the balcony at one point. Slightly worryingly.
97.
I'm sure this place has got a really good health and safety record.
Of course.
128.
Great darts from Conan Whitehead. Great use of that treble 18. He's a lovely number, but he might not come back, you know.
Treble 20 he needed, and he's missed it, so Whitehead will get the opportunity now to take this against the throw. You could do with this, I tell you. That's a great first dart. 16 then for tops. He's got it. So double top. Oh, 116. Well done, Conan.
Very intelligent darts from Conan. He realised that when he hit that treble 20, he couldn't see tops. You can see there that the flight is obscuring that double top a little bit. He shifted to the left, hit the single 16, and then he didn't have to move. Went straight for it, and it was hit.
So he's back in this set now.
140.
Trading heavyweight blows.
In modern day darts, you see some really nice dart shirts. Have a look at Darius's shirt. Almost like a telescope to look at that thing. Lots of stars on that. Very cosmic.
131.
Good visit that was from Labanauskas. The throw's under pressure again. Takes this one. Richard Veenstra watching on. If he takes this one, it's the second set for Labanauskas. He'll be 2-1 up. Oh, how about that? Second maximum.
Great timing. Really puts the heat on Whitehead, and he feels the pressure with a slip.
50. Darius,
Great thing about 50 is that you've got choices. You can leave your favourite. And his favourite must be tops.
Let's see if he can put it away. Double 10 now. No.
30.
Whitehead still has just a glimmer of a chance.
If you guys at home are wondering why the players always look left after they've thrown a dart or missed a shot, it's because the scoreboard's down on the bottom left-hand side.
100. Darius, you require 20.
Double 10. Doesn't need too much studying there. Good darts.
And the third set.
Taking the lead again. 2-1 up. Only one more set required for the number 8 seed, Darius Labanauskas, the Lithuanian.
It's Conan to throw first. Game on.
What's big Conan got now?
It's very quiet in here. Labanauskas is doing a very professional job. Averaging a very respectable 91 and change. 6 ahead of Conan the Barbarian, but that last set, stunning.
Darius will have his fans around the country,
60.
though. I was doing a bit of Google action earlier on to find out a bit more about him. There was one of the listings there showing public houses where you could watch
98.
Darius in action, presumably places with a bit of a Lithuanian population.
Nothing wrong with that.
60.
Tell you what, the way he's been playing tonight, I think he's making a few more punters.
Quiet sort of fella, isn't he? Methodical, focused, and throwing very nicely. Averaging about 92.5 compared with Whitehead's 84.
94.
90's always been the magic number for a half-decent game. 30 per dart. These days.
It's kind of moved on a bit from there, hasn't it?
Everybody's looking towards 3 figures now. Haven't had 100 average in this tournament so far, but we have had a really good performance from Whitehead. He averaged 98 and a bit.
98.
That's Labanauskas' buddy in the crowd watching on.
100.
So,
Darius, you require 82.
for a break of throw. 82, bullseye maybe. Oh, he's got it, double 16. What a good dart that was. Double 8.
74.
Oh, there was, he couldn't quite get the double there, but an approving nod from Paul Nicholson with that bullseye. Now, what's he going to do here? Bullseye. No.
Thought they were going to trade bullseyes there. Whitehead's on the third dart would have been way more important. So Labanauskas comes back for double 4.
For the break of throw. And there it is. Starting to look like a mountain for Conan now. And Shirley looking a tad unhappy.
Game on.
Man throwing right now is a very happy man though. But look at the end of his barrels. He's got a little piece of equipment on there between the barrel and the start of the point. Piece of plastic. Something that he uses to stop getting deflections. And the way he's been putting those darts together.
61.
Great use of engineering.
Well, let's see if we can have a close look at that at some point. Well, there you go.
Plastic.
100.
Because there's a ridge between the top of the point and the barrel. And if that flicks the top of the flight, it could bounce out. But that little piece of plastic will actually stop that
56.
happening.
Could mention the company, but I suppose I better not.
A little piece of grey plastic just at the end of the barrel going into the point.
100.
Person by the name of Dennis Priestley used to use those to quite good effect.
He could throw a bit. Might be watching now.
98.
Former world champion, of course. Years gone by. He was a Coleman once upon a time, Dennis was.
Yeah,
right.
We love Dennis.
170.
$84.
So Labanauskas will come back with 86 to go within
31.
a leg of victory.
Darius, you require 86.
86 for 2-0. Treble 20 would leave double 4. He's coming down, so he goes for double 10 now.
Game
what about
shot to
that?
the second leg. Darius
Treble 16,
Labanauskas.
double 10.
Third
Clinical.
leg, it's Conan to throw first. Game
You like
on.
that one, Paul?
I like that a lot actually, and I think it showed a lot of composure and will to get rid of that leg quickly. He's definitely a better player now than he was when he first came to Lakeside.
And he's got very much an away fixture here with Whitehead's little army of noisy supporters. But they're not making too much noise now.
131.
Labanauskas with that 41% checkout rate, but he's had a 130 and a 150 in that.
Impressive performance.
83.
Considering in the first couple of legs of the match, well, actually it was the first leg of the match, missed a few doubles. It's a very impressive performance on the outer ring of the board. And of course the one in the middle.
95.
Only one more leg required, and he's home and hosed.
56.
When you look at 275 on your score, you think, oh, give me at least 105 to leave that magical 170. Can't be done now.
Winner of this
60.
one will face the Pole, Krzysztof Ratajski, who beat Wesley Harms in the day's shock. Great visit, but is it all too late? Gives him a chance. In fact, it makes him favourite now to win this leg. His second maximum of the match. And he'll come back now looking for 82 to keep it alive.
99. Conan, you
You'd
require
expect
82.
him to go bull. Though now 17 for tops.
62.
Did you see that one dip at the end?
Darius,
Just
you
pulled it a little bit.
16.
All of a sudden, John, this is for the match.
Treble 19 would lead the tops. Well, it goes without saying this
42.
double 10 is a must take.
Conan, you require 20.
Double 10. Double 5. That's a good effort. This time?
10.
There were a couple of adjustments there. You just get the feeling that the
Darius,
palms
you
might have been a little bit sweaty.
74.
I would say. Now, is this the end? 74. Darius Labanauskas. 20 for tops. Oh, double 10. And he's taken it.
Shot.
Double
And
tops
the match.
wasn't intended.
Labanauskas.
Double 10 most definitely was. And Darius Labanauskas, solid performance. Conan Whitehead, terrific support here. But despite having his moments, the more complete game, the more solid game produced by Darius Labanauskas. A consoling hug for his wife. But Darius Labanauskas is through to the next round, and he's won this one by 3 sets to 1, and at times looked very good. Some very good checkouts, and safely through into the next round.